Good evening, everybody. My name is Matthew Rosenquist. I'm a cybersecurity strategist for Intel. By show of hands, I want to know who in here is confident that your organization is secure, and not just today, but sustainably secure. Go ahead, raise your hands. What? The luminaries in this room? What happened? What happened? Right? We're leading technology. We're driving it. How did we get to this place? So I'm going to back up a little bit, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about what we've already talked about, what Marcus has talked about, intelligent attackers, right? Not so brilliant users. But they're not just to blame. We're kind of to blame too. I come from a technology company, right? We are in a business of trying to push out wonderful, beautiful, brilliant things that connect and enrich all of our lives, right? We want to do it fast. We want to do it great. We want to make money. We want to enrich people's lives. But in doing so, we've helped create part of the problem. Now, granted, part of the problem is also the attackers, people with malicious ideas, and part of the problem is behavioral issues of people that aren't so smart just clicking away and having fun doing things, right? But how do we change it? It took us a while to get here. It's going to take us a while to get back. And it's not just removing the attackers, right? They will always be there. There is no magic black box that you can plug in. Oh, I wish there were, right? So what has to change, right? We have to change. The technology industry has to change. The security industry has to change. And even the end users, we all have to change. What do we have to change? Right? So we thought about this for a little while, and we came up with kind of 5 aspects that we all need to do. Number 1, we got to be smart. And this is whether you're the technology guy or whether you're the security guy trying to protect the technology, doesn't matter, right? Or you're the end user, you got to be smarter. The attackers are very smart. They're smarter than me, they're smarter than probably all of us, right? They're succeeding, if you haven't noticed. They're doing really well. That's not going to change. We have to be smarter. We have to keep pace. The second thing is we need to be more open. We need to be open in knowing what the best methods are, in sharing information. We need to be building technologies that do the same and that are open. Right? We have to do that. Platforms, security standards, security communications. By the way, the bad guys, they share their information. They share their tools. They have for a long time. They'll help each other out. Do you help your peers out? Do you share with them? It's tough. And Marcus covered some of the reasons why. There's legal issues, there's reputation issues, there's all sorts of things. Right? But we have to be more open. If not, they have a distinct and will maintain a distinct advantage. The third thing, trust. Now think about that. When we buy a product, trust is kind of on our mind. I want a new car. And trust really isn't on the list of features that I'm looking for. But as technology integrates more into our lives, and we rely on it more and more and more, and as cyber attacks and so forth reach out and potentially can affect us and our children, not just our finances, not just spam, but actually affect us, put our lives in danger, trust has to go up. And whether we're a technology company and we're pushing out products, we need to make sure that those products are better, more secure. And that's kind of tough, especially in high tech, software and even hardware. We want to get it out to market as fast as possible. Security's that bolt-in afterthought. We'll patch it. It's good. We'll patch it. And the attackers are teaching us that methodology is not sustainable. They will win. So we have to get ahead of that. We have to change the rules in that space and instill more trust. And even if we're a service provider, we have to be more trustworthy with our customers' data, with the services. It's tough. It's going to cause change. The next one is strength, right? And this goes back to building good products, acting in good ways. We need to think ahead and know whatever we build, whatever we write, is going to be targeted. And if it's weak, it's easy. Even if it's strong, it may get undermined. But we have to build those principles in as we develop things, right? And it also goes for cooperation. We have to build the ties among us and in the security industry and everything else. And the last one is ubiquity. When it comes to data or services or hardware even, security has to follow it, has to follow the data, has to follow the service wherever it goes, whether it's being used, whether it's on your phone going to, to a network, whether it's going through the hardware, the operating system, the applications. Security has to be there. It doesn't have to be the same, but it has to be there. If the walls aren't up and there's an easy spot, it's just begging to be heard. And we're not working that way. We're not working together. Are the hardware providers really working with the network and telecoms? Are the software providers really working with the operating system? And the operating system providers really working with the firmware and the hardware providers to make sure that there's good handoffs? We need to get better. The problem that we're all in, and the world will feel more and more every single day, needs to get fixed, needs to get better. But it's not a magic black box. It's not changing your passwords. It's a fundamental change in how we do business and how responsible we're going to be in running our companies, in building our products, and in delivering that and being the consumer of all of those. We have to change. So it's not just the bad guys. We have to change too.